Hi there, I'm Zania from A Constellation of Words, and I'm so happy to see you here again, back for another prediction. This time we're looking at Mercury retrograde because for most of April, Mercury, the trickster planet, also the planet that governs communication and transport and commerce and words, the way in which we talk, the way in which we walk, right? This planet, this trickster planet, is going to be in retrograde for most of the month of April, and not anywhere but in the fiery sign of Aries. So a lot of explosive energies there. We're going to be analyzing exactly how this affects your particular sun, moon, or rising sign, and we'll also ask the tarot cards for some guidance, for some possible remedies, because there's always a little bit of good, a little bit of positive, right, in any situation. At least this is my mindset. So even though Mercury will be in retrograde from the 2nd to the 25th of April, actually the shadow period already starts in March. It starts on the 19th of March and it goes all the way to the 13th of May. So for almost 2 months, we'll be feeling as a collective the influence of Mercury retrograding in Aries. It's gonna be interesting, I'm not gonna lie to you. My goal is not to scare anyone. Actually, on the contrary, as you've already seen in my previous videos, if you're already a faithful watcher of my channel, you already know that I'm one of the most optimistic astrologers and tarot readers on this platform, and how could I be any way different? Because I have a moon in Sagittarius, I have a stellium in Sagittarius. Of course, I'm always gonna try to look for the bright side of things. I'm always gonna see the glass as being half full, and I hope to be able to impart this energy with you as well, especially during these very turbulent times that the world is going through right now as a collective, right? I'm always gonna be honest with you, very straightforward. I'm gonna weigh the good and the bad, but we always try to leave things off on a positive note here, okay? So if you're ready, let's begin. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising people, for us, because I'm also a Sag moon, so I'm including myself in this category as well. For us, Mercury retrograde is going to happen in our 5th house. So it's going to activate everything related to love, passion, creativity, romance, but also fertility, kids, having a family, okay? There are some risks, there are some opportunities, there are some remedies. Let's take them step by step. So for us, for Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising people, first of all, the most influenced people by this Mercury retrograde are gonna be December born Sagittariuses, or those that have their moon or rising sign or any personal planets between 10 and 30 degrees of Sag. Now, my moon is at 4 degrees Sagittarius, so I'm expecting to feel this a little bit less intensely, but this Mercury retrograde is gonna hit squarely my Mars. And since Mercury retrograde is happening in Aries, which is a Mars-ruled sign, I'm expecting some explosive things to happen in my 5th house areas of life as well. Okay, the biggest risks for us, for Saggies, over the next 2 months are gonna be in the relationships that we have with kids, either our kids or others people's kids. Children are just gonna test our patience. They are gonna trigger every single button that we have. They're gonna push every single button. Kids are triggering over the next 2 months, okay? They're gonna tell us some truths that we're just not ready for, and they're really just gonna test our patience. So be ready for that. Now, for all the Sagittarius people that are out there dating, just be prepared that first dates aren't gonna go well, blind dates aren't gonna go well. A lot of things can happen. Either you go to a different restaurant, or you go at a different hour, or you forget the day and you go there a different day, okay? So you don't even meet that person, or you meet the person but the date goes horribly because you either don't have anything in common, communication is very strained, very difficult, either the other person keeps talking and you don't get a chance to get a word in, or the other person is silent the whole time and you're really struggling to keep up a conversation. A lot of things can happen here, but first dates, blind dates, oh honey, this is not the time. Not the time. Now, for all my creative Sagittariuses, whether you're a writer, a singer, a composer, a dancer, an actor, an architect, a designer, whatever, if you're doing something creative, then be prepared to get stuck. At some point over the next 2 months, you are going to want to throw away everything that you've been working on so far. You're gonna have a small existential crisis. You're gonna think that everything you're doing is horrible and not up to your standards. It's gonna be tough, but don't worry, it's just a moment. It's just an aspect that you need to go through, and things are gonna get better. Now, for all my Sagittarius people that are trying to start a family, that are struggling with fertility issues, I wouldn't worry too much about it, because this is actually one of the opportunities that Mercury retrograde comes with for you. If you already know that you're struggling with infertility, you might find a remedy or a solution during this Mercury retrograde, or you might be surprised and all of a sudden you find out you're gonna have a baby. But if you don't know about any such struggles, you might find out, and this might be a shock to you, that you are actually going through some fertility issues, fertility challenges, okay? And overall, for Sagittarius people, the next 2 months, you're gonna have less energy than usual, and you're gonna have the tendency to be more melancholic. I'm not gonna say depressed, just melancholic, okay? So be careful about that. Now, opportunities. I've already given you some hints about some opportunities. So for the people that are going through fertility issues, really go back to the doctor, go back to your specialist, try any additional remedies that you can think of, because Mercury retrograde allows you to go back to revisit the situation and maybe find some additional information that's going to help you solve that problem, that situation, okay? Now, for those that have kids, this is really an opportunity for you as a parent to get closer to your child. They're gonna be triggering for sure, but if you manage to deal with your own emotions and not get triggered and not react when you're triggered, you can really connect with your children if you listen carefully to them. For the Sagittarius that are dating right now, hey guys, at least you're gonna have some really, really fun stories to tell. And if you really want to give them another try, you can do so in May, I would suggest, okay? For all my creative Sagittariuses, if you want the creative muse to come back to you, to help you, go outside, be active, really get the heart rate up, really get a good workout out of it, get a good sweat going on, and you will see how your creative juices literally start flowing again. And for those Sagittariuses that just want to disconnect from the world, it's okay. There is a part of you that needs solitude right now, and I would recommend you to listen to that part of you and give yourself what you need for the next 2 months, but give yourself also a clear deadline. I allow myself to detach. I allow myself to say no to social functions, to social pressures, to family pressures from now until mid-May. I allow myself this time to recharge, but give yourself a deadline, okay? Cool. Now we're gonna look over some remedies for all my lovely Saggy people, and while I shuffle the cards, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment on this video. Also, I would recommend right after this video is done to go and watch your spring 2024 predictions. They were amazing. I mean, I really got some interesting messages there. So first of all, let's see what remedy for Mercury retrograde can my lovely Sagittarius Sun people apply. Opal. So wearing opal jewelry, this can really be helpful for you. I think opal is kind of an expensive stone, so if you can't afford it, then maybe just search for a nice picture of opal jewelry and use it as your screensaver or have it on your phone constantly. But look here, Sag people, what is the message of this card? Envision the future. So really the best thing for you to do over the next 2 months is just dream. Dream with your eyes wide open. Allow yourself to dream big. Allow yourself to shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you're still gonna land among the stars. Over the next 2 months, I would, if I were you, Sag Sun people, I would redo my vision board. I would rethink my 5-year plan, my 10-year plan, my short, medium and long-term plans. I would really re-envision my future. That's what I would do. The best thing that you can do right now, honestly. Now let's see for Sagittarius moon people, just like me. What's our remedy for this Mercury retrograde? Thyme. You can incorporate this herb in quite a lot of recipes. You can eat it. It's really good. I think I had it once with baked potatoes, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. Just find recipes that use thyme, include it in your recipes, try to eat it, if not every day, at least a few times a week. It's gonna really help you energetically balance yourself. If you really don't like the taste of thyme or the way it changes the taste of your food, you can also try tea. And if you don't like the tea either, you can just put it in a little satchel or a little bouquet if you have it in your garden, and carry it with you in your purse, under your pillow. Just have it in key points around your house and on your person at all times during the next 2 months. Why? Because the challenge for us Sagittarius moon people is really going to be how we spread our energy, and it seems to me that time is here energetically to help us center, find our center, because we tend to give so much of ourselves to anyone that needs us, right? That we forget about our own needs, wants, desires. So this is basically our challenge, Sagittarius moon people, over the next 2 months, to recenter ourselves, and time is the remedy that's gonna help us achieve this. And last but not least, let's see for all the lovely Sagittarius rising people, a remedy for Mercury retrograde for you guys as well. Emerald. Okay, another expensive stone. So if you have emeralds, wear them. Okay. If you can't afford emeralds, you can find nice pictures of emeralds all over the internet. Use them as your background. They're gonna help you energetically vibrate on that same level and really ground yourself. And basically what I see here for Sagittarius rising people, it's very, very important for you over the next 2 months to be mindful of your intentions, to choose wisely what your intentions are, because this Mercury retrograde is kind of activating in you your manifestation abilities, and if you are not more mindful about your intentions, you're gonna run the risk of manifesting things that you don't really want in your life. So stop following the crowd, stop following what your friends tell you that you should want, what your friends or society tells you is trendy or expected of you, and really carve your own path. Make choices, make informed choices, and be aware that your intention is really shaping your reality in a big way over the next 2 months. Also, wearing the color green generally will be very lucky for you guys. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go check out your spring 2024 predictions, and I really hope to see you back here next time. Bye bye, take care.